Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Sam Cleavenger, one of our newest investors in Dhanani Private Equity Group, and he is in on our largest project to date.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining. We
Pleasure.
appreciate you joining us.
Pleasure.
So tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Well, I own a couple Jeremiah's Italian Ice franchises, have a couple in Houston, a couple in Austin, and I'm an investor with DPEG.
Nice. Okay, so tell us your journey to Jeremiah's Ice Cream.
Well, I started, this was actually my first job when I was 16. I was a back of house prep boy. I worked my way up in stores for 5 years. I was a server, shift leader, supervisor, assistant manager, general manager. I even drove the food truck for a little bit. And then I spent 3 years in corporate marketing and franchise sales. So I got really lucky working with the company as it was kind of blooming out of Florida. And I saw the franchise program really pick up in the first 3 years. So took the risk and moved out to Houston, Texas to own my own franchise unit. So it's kind of a long story short of the last 12 years.
So how many locations do you have now?
I'm a part of 27. I have a lot of different partners that are involved. I have a couple that are 100% mine, and then majority of them, I have partners involved that I support them and help them run the business, and that allows me to expand a lot faster.
Okay, nice. So how did you get introduced to Dhanani, and tell us a little bit about your journey in that process?
Yeah, actually, you were the one who introduced me to Dhanani, the Dhanani Group, and just been an amazing relationship thus far. I've, investigated some of the real estate projects that they were doing, and I was looking for an opportunity that was going to provide me with some tax write-offs for the 2025 tax year, as well as something that could provide me some cash-on-cash return and long-term equity growth. And the Park North project just kind of fell into our lap at the right time. And so thank you for the connection.
My pleasure.
That's kind of how we made it happen.
San Antonio is our largest asset to date. We're looking to acquire more in that 3-digit figure. So we'll have more for you soon.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Park North was acquired 3 months ago. Returns were expected to hit beginning of Q1. Did you receive those returns on time?
And this is something that Ali had kind of walked me through, but he was just explaining how the deals for commercial real estate are sweeter at the top. When you pull together the money and you're able to make a larger acquisition, you're able to parcel things off a little bit easier. You're getting in at a better cap rate. You're probably going to be able to sell for a long term, add a little bit more value. And so it makes a lot of sense to pull your money together. And the way that the structure is put together financially, it's really transparent, and you're able to have a say in what happens as a group. We all have the same goal. So that's honestly why I felt comfortable making a contribution to a project like this that, is outside of my regular scope of investing, right? Normally I'm opening franchise stores. I have a really direct impact on the success of this. I choose the location, I manage the people involved. In this case, it's very different, but I felt very comfortable just due to that fact.
What are some pros and cons that you've had so far with Dhanani Private Equity?
As far as pros and cons go, I honestly couldn't list any cons just because I don't want to sound like a sales pitch. It's just been really smooth, right? I was able to wire the money over pretty quickly, make it happen. Everything's been super transparent. And so far, basically exactly what I was walked through as far as the projections go have been exactly that. So, one of the things that I just appreciate a lot is that I know that it's really like a family. It's more than just a private equity group that you don't really know personally. I could go over and hang out with the guys at any time, shoot them a text, call them at any time. So that made me feel a lot more comfortable versus, just putting in with somebody that I had no idea who they were. I can maybe talk a little bit about my age just because I think I am a little bit on the younger side as far as probably who is typically investing in these projects, unless they're just someone who's involved in the family and is very smart and got put on young. But I'm 28 and I hadn't put any money like this into anything other than a Roth IRA. So I'm experienced with that kind of stuff, but obviously that's super passive, and I've done some stock stuff, but really just investing in my franchise business and the growth there. So to me, I do think that it was something I really wanted to vet out. I really wanted to make sure that I was going to see the return. Obviously I'm younger, so I can take a little bit of risk, but I definitely wanted to keep it safe with something like $50,000 is a pretty significant amount of money to me at the time. So yeah, I do think that kind of separates me a little bit.
Okay. So do you plan on investing on the next project?
If there's another really good project, I'm absolutely all in for sure.
Okay, good.
Or when there's another really good project, I'm absolutely
There's more in
all
the pipeline for sure. I'm excited to share them with you. You said you're a young entrepreneur. What is some advice that you would give to other people who are in your same age group, who are looking to get into business and eventually be able to invest the way that you do?
Just broader advice for anybody, I would say that you don't have to work for yourself to be extremely successful. And if you're able to find a really good vehicle to attach yourself to, you can go a million miles an hour with a team and make way more money and have a way more balanced life. But if you are going to choose the path of going out on your own, there's a million different things that you can get into, and a lot of them don't cost a lot of money. I happen to find myself in franchising, and I think one of the things that attributed to me getting to where I'm at now, not that I'm so successful, I have a long way to go and I'm growing and learning every single day, but showing up on the first day and having a really good attitude is seriously important. When I was a prep boy 12 years ago, if I were to have showed up and thought, this is just my job, I'm just gonna clean the toilet, whatever, this is just temporary, it would have closed those doors for me to continue to advance. And I think that's what a lot of people miss, especially now, the younger generation. They think that they're just gonna wake up one day as this successful, happy doctor or whatever entrepreneur. It actually starts today with the people that you're interacting with, and it creates a snowball effect over time. And I think a lot of the people who are getting into something new, they aren't as excited about it, whether it's just, you know, a prep boy job or whatever it is, because they can't see that long-term vision. And I really truly believe that if you do everything to the best of your ability, you can go, the sky is the limit. I don't care if you're at McDonald's, and not that that's a terrible job at all, because those general managers make over 100 grand a year. And I guarantee there's some people who are very happy with their positions there, but it starts at today. It starts when you're initially starting to get going, and that attitude piece is just really important. As far as advice for people who are younger that might want to get into something like private equity investing, I would just say that.
Because you did ask a lot of questions at the beginning before you actually pulled the trigger. So
yeah, I was actually just going to kind of get to, like, do your own research and math things out. You know, like, just have a reasonable expectation of what you're going to get out of it, and know what you could have put that cash into otherwise, so that you've done the math and you kind of figured out your own personal financial situation. In my case, I knew that I needed a write-off for the year. And so that was an attributing factor. Also, it's nice to have some cash flow and long-term equity growth. And so really just meeting with the team and being able to walk through the numbers was where I was able to kind of see the full vision, as well as just aligning with the culture and the people. Like when we did the event, the Wolf of Wall Street event, like was, you know, when I went there, I really connected with the team and felt like really close.
I remember that night you telling me, okay, I'm sold. I'm going to invest in the next project. I remember that, actually, now that you say that. We'll be having another broker banker party.
More events.
I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to have you there.
More events. That's great.
Well, thank you for attending the Investor Insight. We appreciate you, and we look forward to the next investment. If anyone is interested in investing with Dhanani Private Equity, please click the link below and reach out to us.